I boo-hooed. I said, oh, the club put me in there. No. I put myself in there. I did what I had to do as a Hell's Angel.
You know, my daddy always, if you got in a fight and you came home with a bloody nose, did you hit him back? If you didn't hit him back, Dad put you in the car and took you back over there and told you going up in that yard and get your shit done and be a man.
They got their walls drove through by gangs, by the FBI gang, and all that shit happened to that chapter, right? Like those guys go through their being a big motorcycle club. It's even sometimes just being a small motorcycle club. You go through your.
A lot of people that have come in have seen definitely a change in the club and the direction that the club is going.
I looked out my window and you could see a body laying out in front. And here's this dude running around up there with just had his sweatshirt on. And he tells me he's a Hell's Angel. Even after all that, I still wanted to join the Hell's Angels.
People out there, man, that are just natural followers. And they just fall right in line with that type of program. But not 1%ers, man. 1%ers don't ask permission.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got a ton of things to talk about. We're going to talk about the Stampede at Bike Week. We're going to talk about the shooting that happened, left 5 women wounded and 1 dead. Crazy situation over there in Omaha, Nebraska. There was a shooting in Kentucky. There's a bunch of things going on. We're going to talk about Canada today. So believe it or not, because they haven't been in the news much, right? We got a lot of things to talk about today. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you could get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister, friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App, Chatting with Staxx. Or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. And if you want to tell your story on Chatting with Staxx, just email me at billstaxx2021@gmail.com. Thank you all for joining me. Happy Memorial Day. A lot of people forget that Memorial Day is about remembering the people who sacrificed their life to defend this country. And there's people that are straight disrespecting Memorial Day. Like, what is this world coming to? I just seen a post that said George Floyd should be buried in Arlington National Cemetery. Listen, I got respect for everyone as humans, and nobody deserves to die. But that's like a crazy far reach, don't you think? I mean, the dude didn't serve in any military, and I don't get, like, why are these people trying to put a crazy divide against people? Like, it makes no sense. But anyway, what's good, Lindsay? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Shout out to the moderator. Insane Wheels is in the building. What's going on, Mike Ball? Congratulations on everything you're doing, man. You're doing big things. Virginia Chaos is in the building. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate the donation. Virginia Chaos, thank you for the birthday kickback. I really appreciate that. Eddie, how you doing? Al Rose is in the house. Shout out to BC, Canada. We got a lot of people that watch from Canada. I got a lot of great interviews dropping too. Some funny shit. I got a real funny one coming up called Tweaker TV. So it's this woman who films her. Well, she used to. The woman doesn't live there anymore, but she used to film her neighbor on a Ring doorbell camera. And there are some funny situations. This chick brung a whole car door up into her house, some bumpers, radiators, and shit. And it's all on film. And then she had some guy staying in her apartment, and his name is Looney Tune. And the SWAT team surrounded the house, a bunch of craziness, and it's all on tape. And I'm going to show it to you guys coming up. It's going to be dropping this week, so stay tuned for that. And speaking of on tape, the situation that happened, one of these crazy situations of shooting, was caught on tape. I can't show it to you here. You know how the guidelines go. They will not let me play it here. But this is an insane situation. And it was caught on tape. So Omaha, another shooting at the same after hours club at 4 a.m. this morning. How many more people need to be shot before this city steps in? Why are city leaders looking the other way? Any other establishment would have been shut down by now. Enough is enough. Shut down the Los Diablos Motorcycle Club. 25 in Ames for safety of our community and officers. People are in outrage because of this happening. Police arrest suspect identified in North Omaha shooting. And that's this guy right here. 21-year-old woman was found with a gunshot wound Sunday afternoon and later died at the hospital. So this is turning into a serious situation. Omaha, Nebraska, Omaha Police Department is taking a suspect into custody after the shooting in North Omaha Sunday afternoon. According to an update, police took Denzel Gaines, 33, into Douglas County Corrections in a homicide investigation. The OPD tells the news that they were dispatched to the scene near 28th and Franklin Street around 5 p.m. for a well-being check call. Once on the scene, they called was upgraded to a shooting. Officers found a female victim identified as Makia Eggert, 21, at the scene. Eggert later died at the hospital, according to OPD. Officers began investigation as a homicide investigation, and the investigation is ongoing. So in one of these situations, I'm not really sure. I don't want to get them confused, but there's a couple situations that are going on. So at least this is a totally different situation that I'm about to tell you about. It says at least 19 people were injured. Let me get the picture for you guys. I have the video, but I can't show it. So this stampede happened at Bike Week in I think North or South Carolina. 19 people were injured when a crowd stampede broke out at the annual motorcycle festival, authorities say, Atlantic Beach, South Carolina. So they called it a mass casualty situation, and that's crazy. Because I don't think anyone passed away in this situation. I know people were hurt. Hold on one second. All right. 19 people injured at Atlantic Beach Bike Week Festival. Horry County Fire and Rescue responded to a mass casualty event near stage area on Sunday morning. Atlantic Beach, South Carolina. 19 people were injured in a stampede at Atlantic Beach Bike Fest early Sunday morning. 19 people suffered non-life-threatening injuries, and 3 were taken to the hospital for treatment. So why do they call this a mass casualty event when it's not mass casualties? I mean, I don't get it. Why? I mean, it's kind of misleading, don't you guys think? Horry County Rescue received a call about a mass casualty event around 1 a.m. in the area of the stage where performers performed throughout the weekend. There's video footage of the crowd running during Bike Festival from resident Amanda Henry. Atlantic Beach Bike Fest was going on since Friday, attracting thousands of bikers from around the country to the town of Atlantic Beach. They issued a statement about the situation Sunday morning. Town officials said there were no confirmed fights, weapons, or direct threats to the public safety. Instead, officials say it appeared the stampede happened when someone started running, sparking a chain reaction within the crowd that lasted only seconds. Angel Williams, visiting Atlantic Beach, said that she was running during the stampede. You see, like people do, like monkey see, monkey do, right? Like people, it's a chain reaction. Like if you sit there and see that metal gate right there in the picture, if you stand near that gate, a bunch of people will stand and back you like you're in line somewhere. It's crazy. It's a chain reaction. I guess that's what happened, right? It said it appears a stampede happened when someone started running. It sparked a chain reaction within the crowd that lasted seconds. So this woman, Angel, says, I didn't see anything that alarmed us. However, the crowd started to just run. And of course, you go with survival mode. So you just start to run with them, she said. According to the town's statement, personnel at South Carolina Law Enforcement Division and South Carolina Department of National Resources responded immediately. Their swift response helped calm attendees and restore order, the town said. SLED took the stage to address the situation. So I remember hearing about SLED when I was driving through South Carolina. They had helicopter in the air. And if you guys remember, back in the day, I think it was around 2009 when this guy was arrested for holding a woman hostage in some, it was like a storage container. And this guy held her hostage for like weeks or like a week or something like that. And there was a crazy outpouring for people to find her. And they ended up finding her the day that I'm driving through South Carolina. They had helicopters everywhere. And people were like, yo, that's the SLED. I'm like, what the hell is that? And they're like, oh, that's the police. They call them the SLED. I'm like, I didn't understand what the hell that was all about. So they took the stage to address the situation, and the event later resumed. For most of the event, it was nice, and there was so many of us. So it turned out as well as it did. For so long, it wouldn't have expected the stampede, Amelia said, who was visiting Atlantic Beach for Bike Fest. The statement of the town also highlighted the proactive safety measures over the weekend. Nothing that traffic was suspended on Friday and again on Saturday for safety reasons. The town also said the stage was shut down early one night to help with crowd control. This isolated movement does not this isolated moment does not reflect the event overall success, according to the town. The Black Pearl Culture, Heritage, and Biker Festival had been held over 40 years. This is like a Black Bike Week type thing. It was held for over 40 years and continues to attract visitors from across the country because of the positive experience it provides, the town said. It is unfortunate that this brief incident is overshadowing the many safe, enjoyable, well-executed aspects of the weekend and are not being widely reported. During last year's festival, 12 people were taken to the hospital and 6 signed medical transport waivers after a couple of fights that broke out, causing panic in the crowd. I remember that too. The town said it will continue to review all aspects of the event in coordination with safety partners to identify any additional improvements moving forward. And the town wrote a statement. I'm not going to read all that. It's too much. And I really don't care what the town got to say. But anyway, they're saying it was an overall success. So what do you guys think? Now let's talk about this. So this chick, Nevaeh Gonsalves, 21, was originally from New Brantford, is now residing in Port St. Lucie, Florida, faces a life felony charge for accessory after the fact for allegedly providing misleading information to detectives and attempting to forge a bar receipt as an alibi following a shooting death of motorcyclist Daniel Sanders. What? This is a crazy situation. Port St. Lucie arrested individuals and connected with a fatal shooting of 53-year-old motorcyclist in September 22nd, 2024. Daniel Sanders of Port St. Lucie was riding his red Harley Davidson westbound on Southwest California Boulevard near Southwest Greenland Lane and Southwest Camaro Boulevard around 1 a.m. when he was shot multiple times in the head and abdomen for pursuing a blue Nissan Sentra. Sanders was airlifted to the hospital in Port St. Lucie, where he was pronounced dead at 2:04. The incident followed an earlier altercation at Office Sports Pub in South US 1 in Port St. Lucie, after which Sanders was followed by the suspects. I have a picture of that. I'll show you if I'm able to. Victor Alvarez, 23, of Port St. Lucie, was charged with first-degree premeditated murder, and the alleged shooter from the front seat passenger, Kyle James Driscoll, 25, was charged with first-degree premeditated murder. He was the driver. The other guy was a passenger. Let's see if I can show you guys a picture of these two. One picture of two douchebags coming right up. Bam. So these are the two individuals. All right, so Nevaeh Gonsalves, 21, formerly of New Bedford, who was in the back seat, was charged with accessory after the fact. And it's a life felony. She could spend the rest of her life in prison because of this shit. She provided misleading information to investigators and attempted to forge a bar receipt as an alibi to say she wasn't there. All three suspects were taken into custody hours later at a residence in Southeast Glover Street. They're being held without bond in the St. Lucie County Jail. 6 shell casings were recovered at the scene. Southwest California Boulevard was closed for several hours during the investigation. Port St. Lucie acting police chief, they announced the arrests at a press conference on September 23rd, 2024, noting the shooting appeared targeted and not random, though the motive potentially linked to rival motorcycle clubs. So they thought it had something to do with a rival motorcycle club, but these guys probably just had a argument in a bar or something, and they followed the guy. And one of these guys, I think it was the guy on the right, is the shooter. So they said it was potentially linked to rival motorcycle clubs. But the investigation remains. The case is still in pre-trial and is ongoing investigation phase. There's no public records of trial, convictions, acquittal, or any major resolutions of the case as plea deals or dismissals. So it's still going through the court. I'll let you guys know more information as it becomes available. So, you know, before we used to play this game, right, where I would show you 3 pictures. Well, I got 4 now, and you guys are going to guess what they were arrested for, right? So we're going to go through these 4 pictures, and you're going to guess what they were arrested for. Let's start with number 1. What do you think this dude was arrested for? Put your guesses in the chat. What do you think he was arrested for? All right, contestant number 2. What do you think she was arrested for? Any guesses? All right, contestant number 3. What do you think she was arrested for? And contestant number 4. What do you think she was arrested for? That's a scary one. Imagine waking up next to that in the morning. Holy shit. Damn. So what do you guys think these 4 individuals were arrested for? I want your guesses in the chat. Put them in the comment section. Tell me what you think they were arrested for. And then at the end of the show, I'll tell you what they were arrested for. That's a scary one, man. So if you guys aren't aware, Alan Coe's funeral just passed. Rest in peace to Alan Coe. A lot of people paid their respects. And I got some video from the funeral. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Gus still on time. Yes, baby.
Is it available for the dog to see the actor?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is. Where's the ad?
Will you do that on behalf, when it's able, will you do that on behalf of those kids?
Mary,
Yes,
take
I
my
will.
obituaries, shall we? Thank you.
Come on up, Rob.
Me and him. One time, one of his concerts.
Oh, I am.
Thousands.
Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Most definitely.
They were trying to fix it.
Rest in peace to David Allan Coe. He was an absolute legend in the music world and the motorcycle club world. Absolute legend.
Me and David started doing a bunch of that shit. You know, like the 6-5 line and all
You're
that.
probably able. Are you able to hit bigger shots from down there?
I mean,
Thank you,
David
Josh.
Yeah, we needed one for each of the kids. How are your muscles? The question
What's
is,
that?
did you do the Elvis flip while you were doing it?
Tractor trailer load of dirt and you got to throw it in the hole.
Good
But that
one.
ain't very deep.
I like the reference.
You 6 foot to the top of the tractor.
Oh my.
Taking care of business.
Sad situation. He was definitely getting older. And sending prayers out to his family. So, this clubhouse, the Los Diablos, there's been so many shootings at this place. It is insane how many. At least 90 shots were fired. 4 weapons used in the Louisville shooting that injured 6 women, police say. Like that's a lot. That's a lot. Louisville, Kentucky, 6 women were hurt after a shooting early Sunday morning in the Jacobs neighborhood. According to Louisville Metro Police, officers responded around 6 a.m. Sunday to a motorcycle club on the 1700 block of Berry Boulevard. When officers arrived, they found 2 women had been shot. They believe the injuries are non-fatal. Hours after the incident, 4 additional victims arrived at the hospital for treatment. Police originally said 2 of the women had non-fatal gunshot wounds and 2 other had non-gunshot related injuries. LMPD said in an update hours later that 5 women in total were shot and 1 woman suffered a head injury from the incident. So 6 women hurt altogether. Victoria Rodriguez, who was at the club when the shooting happened, and this was all caught on video. I got the video, but I can't play it on YouTube. I apologize. It was her first time at the motorcycle club, this girl, Victoria. It was very chaotic. It was very scary, she said. A man who was working at the motorcycle club on Sunday morning said the shooting had nothing to do with the club. The owner of the club said the shooting happened in the lot next to the club. The owner said when people who didn't meet the age limit and couldn't get into the club, they threw their own party in the street, right in the lot besides the building. Those working at the club said they called LMPD Thursday, May 21st, warning the club would be packed because of Memorial Day weekend, and that they were throwing a party for the biker club former president who passed away. They claim the club's owner asked the LMPD for increased patrol and asked them to clear the lot if people were lingering outside. They came through and they just rode through a couple times, they said. They didn't do nothing. Someone working the club said we called them and told them clear. If they're going inside, they need to clear the lot. And they just rolled through, he said. The LMPD department spokesperson said, it's not the department's responsibility to clear private lots unless there's illegal activity going on. In a statement, Sanders said, at some point, the focus has to shift to the shooters themselves, and the culture of silence continues to allow these to happen. There were plenty of people there this morning. Somebody knows exactly who pulled the trigger. And somebody knows exactly why this happened. Around the same time of the shooting, Cheverly police responded to a fatal single vehicle crash at the 3400 block of 7th Street Road. 2 women died in that crash. The scenes are less than a mile away from each other. Police said it's unknown whether the shooting and the crash are connected. Sanders said there's no obvious gunshot wounds on the dead crash victims. However, final determination will be made following autopsy results. The LMPD and Cheverly police will continue to coordinate if evidence connects the 2 incidents. So this shit's just spiraling. And I think it's the governor or the mayor or something made a statement too. Hold on a second. All right. This one is for the Louisville. For the Louisville situation. This is the guy. Look at him. He's not on one, huh? This guy's on a sick one. Mayor Greenberg vows to shift action after Barry Boulevard Motorcycle Club shooting. Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said the city will take significant and swift action following a chaotic shootout at a motorcycle club on Barry Boulevard that left 6 women injured over the weekend. Louisville Metro Police say the shooting happened around 6 a.m. at the 1700 block of Barry Boulevard. Investigators believe 90 rounds were fired. At least 4 weapons were used. 5 women suffered non-life-threatening gunshot wounds, and a 6th person was treated for non-gunshot-related injuries. All victims are expected to survive. Greenberg said the city will work to identify and arrest those responsible, and also crack down on suspected illegal activity at this location, including reports of alcohol being sold without a license. We're going to do everything we can to catch those who caused this horrible incident. We will crack down on illegality that appears to be happening, where people appear to be selling alcohol in a place that wasn't leased for it, he said. No arrests have been made. Anyone with information, blah, blah, blah. So he's not happy. Not at all. And he seems like he wants to solve this situation. So one of these shootings happened at the clubhouse for the Str8 Ryderz Motorcycle Club. I believe that was this one, right? The other one is in Omaha, where the man was arrested, I believe. I'm trying to get them all. There's a lot of them. So the one with the mayor, I believe that's this situation with the Str8 Ryderz, where there's a video of it. The one in Omaha, I believe, is where this man was arrested. So let's see. We got so many damn stories. All right. A 17-year-old is killed in a fatal motorcycle crash. Let me get this damn video for you guys. My apologies. There's commercials, and I know you guys don't want to watch those. Matter of fact, I got a bunch of videos to show you guys. But what did you guys do for Memorial Day?
News: the Payette County Sheriff's Office says a 17-year-old boy died after a crash at Clay Peak Motorcycle Park today. Deputies say the rider crashed his bike this morning just before noon and sustained severe head injuries. First responders performed CPR and called in a life flight helicopter, but the teen did not survive. The sheriff's office says his family is still being notified.
Damn, 17 years old. You imagine that? He's got his whole life ahead of him, and he fucking loses his life. Probably riding like a dumbass. I mean, it happens every day, right? All right, so I got a couple videos to show you guys with all these situations that are going on. Maybe we can try to figure them all out, right? Wait until you see this fucking video that I got for you. It's pretty good. All right. Here's the first one. Let's check it out.
Police are investigating a shooting near the Los Diablos Motorcycle Club in the area of 25th and Ames Avenue. Officers were called around 4 this morning for reports of someone shot. City officials say no one was taken from the scene by ambulance, but they did have a walk-in gunshot victim at the hospital.
So there's one.
Women were injured in a shooting in the Jacobs neighborhood this morning, and police are still searching for the suspects. LMPD responded around 6 this morning to a shooting at a motorcycle club off Berry Boulevard. WHA's 11 Night Teams Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Connie Offit tell us what Louisville Metro Alcoholic Beverage Control reveals about this establishment.
Crime scene tape stays up around this building on
Get all them bullet holes.
for the majority of the day after 6 women were injured in a shooting. Sunday morning, what LMPD is referring to as a motorcycle club erupted in gunfire. Bullet holes leave indents at the door. Cars for sale.
Those are pretty big holes, huh? Like,
next door have busted windows and bullet holes. LMPD says they believe at least 4 weapons were used and at least 90 shots fired.
It's an after-hour spot. I mean, a lot of people go to it, have fun, drinks. I mean, it gets boring in the city.
Rob Run Corleone says he was going to go to the party, but decided not to.
I had a bad feeling that it's like the only place that hadn't been shot up, and I just didn't go. And that bad feeling was a good feeling.
Councilwoman Shamika Parrish Wright, who represents the area, says her thoughts are with those affected by the shooting. She says, quote, "This is another painful reminder that too many people in our city are living with trauma, instability, conflict, and unsafe conditions that can escalate into violence and loss." Louisville Metro Alcoholic Beverage Control is investigating now, too. They say they're seizing illegal alcoholic beverages as they conduct their own search warrant here. An ABC representative tells us the building is not licensed through their office, and Louisville Codes and Regulations is also getting involved. They are now conducting a nuisance abatement review. With photojournalist Connie Offit, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 team on your side.
so what do you guys think of that situation? I mean, it's unfortunate that when they hold events, right, any place, and something like that happens, it vilifies the whole situation, right? It doesn't matter that it's boring in that town. There's nothing to do. Something like that happens, it kind of casts a shadow over the whole situation. So people are pretty surprised. Hey, what's going on, Jimster? Craig, what's up, man? Jaman, how you doing? A buddy and I went for a 400-mile motorcycle ride. Yeah, that's a long fucking ride. Sat home bored and smoked. Hey, Wilson, what's up? Took a ride and chilled with the family. Been a lot of accidents lately. Definitely have been. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Lisa, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. Wild card, what's good? Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. She's shitting in public. Yo, that's what you think she got arrested for? Shitting in public? Which one? Meth, DUI, shitting in public. The last one is maybe. You'll find out at the end. Social Reject says theft. Virginia Chaos. Assault. Shoplifting, Wildcard says. How you doing, Lisa? Fishing without a license. That's a good one, yeah. Johnny Weed Seed says definitely, man. Which one's a dude? The blonde hair? That's a dude. Are you talking about this one? That's a scary looking woman right there. Definitely is. You're gonna find out what they all were arrested for at the end of the show. Craig, how you doing? Diaz, what's good? Thank you for joining me today. Hey, 1964 Flyers, how you doing? Shout out to Ontario, Canada. Hey, Repo Rod is in the building. Shout out to Repo. Go check Repo out on TikTok. Check him out on YouTube. I think I'm going to start doing some TikToks. Make sure you check me out on TikTok. It's Bill Staxx. I'm going to try it out. That dude. Headed to Harley Davidson Museum in Milwaukee. Damn, I wish I could go there, man. I saw a lot of videos and pictures of that place, and I hear it's pretty nice. They have like some real old school shit. I like older bikes. The older, the better. Comments make you angry. How you doing? Roy, what's good? Appreciate all you guys watching. So if you guys aren't aware, there are reports, right? They did a big thing about this guy getting arrested with weapons and all this shit. And apparently, he's not in the club. Apparently, he wasn't in the club, but why does he still have his cut? That's the only question I have. Why would he still have his cut? I mean, times are changing, right? Someone leaves the club. You can't physically rip it from them. You can't strong arm the shit back. So what do you do? What do you do in this day and age when someone leaves the motorcycle club you're a part of and they don't want to give the cut back? What do you do? It's just like the mafia, right? They can't use violence anymore. There's like a no violence policy. Some things don't work without violence. It's just the way of the world. Some things just don't work. Let's see here. So, a former mongrel mob president wins court fight to keep his Southland gang pad, it says. Former mongrel mob president has won the battle to save his gang pad from crown confiscation. Bill Ellers, the past head of the gang's chapter in Southland, told the High Court last month that his property is a place where his family and friends gather. He likened to a mayor, whatever the hell that means. The Crown wanted to take his property using forfeiture order under the Criminal Proceedings Recovery Act, which allows authorities to confiscate assets accumulated through significant criminal activity. However, the High Court has ruled Elgers can keep his property. In recent release judgment, justice discharged order against the property on Ableton Street. It's worth $225,000. That's crazy. They could just take your property, just bulldoze it. They've done that a lot up in Canada. I mean, they have the power to do it up there, right? The police run everything up there. They run the media. They're in bed with the government, the media. I mean, the police are a branch of the government, right? So the property is registered in the name of Ellers, but the order was against his son, the current chapter president of the mongrel mob. It was Ellers, however, who made a claim for relief of the order. Who knew what criminal activity at the gang pad? The Crown alleged Hermer Ellers had control of the property between January and November of 2022, when it was the scene of several beatings. The Crown argued that Ellers knew the pad was being used for criminal activity even after leaving it in the hands of his son and others when he left Matra to live in North Island in 2013. Ellers disputed it, saying that he was living in North Island at the time of the offending and had in frequent contact with Hermer Ellers, his son. The justice said that the property was an instrument of crime, but disagreed with Hermer Ellers had effective control of it. it was agreed that Ellers acquired his interest in the property before offering and was not involved with the offenses according to the judgment. So it was his son that was doing the shit. Hammer Ellers is serving a prison term of 3 years and 4 months for kidnapping, assault with intent to injure related to a beating of gang members at that property in August of 2022. The violence was related to an internal gang feud, which prompted a spree of violent crimes that year, including drive-by shootings, assaults that left people critically injured. It was a police operation that responded to the violence, resulting in the prosecution of 6 gang members who received jail terms ranging from 3 years to 4 months and 6 years. The Crown relied on the concept of effective control to argue that Hammer Ellers had an interest in it, representing Ellers. Kid KC, that must be his lawyer, argued that Hammer Ellers' interests over the property could equate to that of the tenant with no protections of tenancy or rental agreement. Guy Kidd said it was not a situation sham ownership by one person for another, referring to the court to Ellers' statement that he owned it. So basically, he let his son use the property, and his son fucking was beating people up there. And they wanted to take the property from the dad. And he said he wasn't in control of it at that time, that his son was in control of it. His son's in jail right now doing 3 years, and he wants his fucking property back. So the court gave him his property back. So good for him. He had 100% interest in the property, and his son didn't have effective control over it. The fact the president or captain, Mr. Hammer Ellers, had a degree of control over the gang members and of the property used as a gang pad did not give him effective control. So just because he was there doesn't mean he had control of the whole property. But anyway, I got a lot of great shows coming up. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I really appreciate all you guys. And they're saying, we talked about this the last show, but I'm going to dive deeper into it, that this shooting was targeted for the Hells Angel that was shot at. It says targeted daylight shooting in Surrey was once again pulled the spotlight into the volatile underworld tension surrounding outlaw biker scene in British Columbia. Authorities say Hells Angel member Jaswinder Basi narrowly escaped injury Thursday afternoon after gunfire erupted outside a Cloverdale auto detailing business believed to be connected to associates within the biker world. Surrey Police Services officers rushed to the area of 58th Avenue and 176th Street shortly after 2:20 p.m. That's pretty brazen to try to pull that out at 2:20 p.m. Following multiple reports of shots fired. When officers arrived, they found at least one business riddled with bullet damage, but no victims suffering from injuries. Investigators believe Basi, a full-patch member of the Ontario Nomads chapter of the Hells Angels, was the intended target. So we'll be detailing that situation a little more further in the upcoming days. But people are pretty surprised that the Vagos are in Georgia. I had no clue they were in Georgia. I mean, they're mainly on the West Coast. It's pretty surprising to see them on the East Coast. Don't you guys think? People are like, what? The Vagos are in Georgia? I made some new videos of the sisterhood. These guys are crazy. The Twin Outlaw Brotherhood, them guys are out of their mind. They make a video that says actions have consequences, and they say if anybody comes at them, that they're going to see how the justice system works. Basically, they're going to put whoever comes at them in jail. So don't waste your time with them guys. They're not worth your freedom. Definitely not. Oh, that's coming up. the Tweaker guessing game. Wait till you see the Tweaker TV interview I did. It is funny as hell. That's going to be dropping this week. And it's funny. Who knows, Staxx? Maybe Harley wants to remove the club from the shit like this. Worth all the hype. Police are on SC. Like a fat kid on cake right now. Listen, they are. And things are going to happen, right? They're going to happen over here. They're going to happen over there. He's not in control of everything that happens. You can't control every person. I mean, people are going to get arrested. People are going to drop out. There are going to be people joining, just like there's going to be people leaving. There's going to be people getting arrested and this and that. But you have no control over every person that's involved with the club. You just can't, right? And of course, I'm sure they don't want bad publicity. But word is that guy wasn't even involved. He wasn't involved with the club anymore. But I don't know. Maybe the police want to make it seem like he is, right? Troy, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Nah, they still off them over here. They will go on full paid vacay in Italy and have an accident. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty crazy over there, man. Up in Canada, they ain't fucking around. They don't fuck around when it comes to the mob. We don't own the bank, holds the title. You only get the deed. The government holds what? The mineral rights, which means the crown owns the mineral on the land. Coincidentally, land is made of minerals. Wow, so you don't even own the fucking rights to your land. Ads on a live stream? That's some BS. Why not? Dude, I gotta make a living somehow, bro. Right? Of course, ads on a live stream. I gotta make a living, bro. All right, so now I like how you're not push narratives. Nah, I'm not gonna push narratives. Listen, I'm equal. I'm on a level playing field. I don't lean this way or this way. I'm not. I'm right in the middle, you know? Trust me, if something happens, I'm gonna report on it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit for nobody. I don't care who it is. But anyway, let's get to the fucking game, right? the tweaker guessing game, right? So what was this person arrested for? Any guesses? Hey, Raymond, what's up? So this person was arrested for, if you're bored, Staxx can search some new articles from Quebec, Toronto, and assume May guys were found in Italy over the years, shot and charred. Tweaker guessing game. So you got to guess what these people were arrested for, right? This guy, this chick, and oh, that chick, Beetlejuice. All right, so the first person was arrested for stolen property. Yep, the first tweaker was arrested for stolen property. What was this chick arrested for? Any guesses? This chick was arrested for larceny. That's right. She was arrested for larceny. All right, what was this chick arrested for? This is a wild one. You guys will never guess. What do you think she was arrested for? Any guesses? So she was arrested for assault with a dangerous weapon. Assault with bodily injury with a dangerous weapon. So I think she might have shot somebody or something like that. Now, Beetlejuice. What do you think Beetlejuice was arrested for? You gonna go bond her out, Jimster? You gonna bond her out, bro? She's casting spells on everyone that looks at her. All right, she was arrested for possession and reckless driving. So we got stolen property, larceny. She probably stole from a store or some shit. Assault with a dangerous weapon. This chick is dangerous too. Reckless driving and possession. I got a lot more shows coming up. Stay tuned. Jimster said, hell no. You ain't bonding her out, man. A lot of great shows coming up. Stay tuned. Go check out this book, American Outlaw by Jimmy Maxwell. We'll be doing a live soon, and you guys can ask him some questions. I'm going to be dropping the full interview tonight, so stay tuned for that. If you're a member, you can see it right now. And there's a new interview coming with Chris, former Hell's Angel from Rockford, Illinois. And we got the Tweaker TV interview dropping, and it's funny. You guys are going to laugh your ass off. And the first one's like 30 minutes. The second one's like 30 minutes. It's pretty good. So stay tuned. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister, friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App, Chatting with Staxx. Or you can hit a Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Every dollar goes right back into the show so I can bring you the dopest content possible. If you want to tell your story on Chatting with Staxx, just email me at billstax2021@gmail.com. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.